Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, Season 2, Episode 6. Such a long name. So last episode we had the moving into the mansion episode. It was really funny, a lot of fun. We learned about, or we already knew, but everybody else learned about Hestia's debt. She finally asked for help. Belle hit level 3. Makoto got some seemingly bad news based off the lighting and her facial expressions and stuff like that. And then it teased that blonde-haired, eared chick that we don't know anything about yet, but we saw in the opening, and we saw briefly, I believe, at the end of the movie as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing whatever happens this episode. But let's get started, shall we? Alright, so we're going to start the episode here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, who dis? Oh, crotch shot, boob shot. Definitely a female. Serve the men, sharing their lust. That's not Aurario, is it? I didn't see the big tower in the middle. There was a big tower, but it wasn't that tower. I'm racking my brain here. I'm trying to think of the, I mean, she was obviously talking about, like, giving into lust and stuff. I bet there is a god or goddess that has to do with lust. But I don't know who the goddess of lust is. I'm trying to think back to my Greek mythology tips. Oh, is that the girl that we just saw? I'm like barely flashing back to my high school days when I took my Greek mythology class, trying to think of the I feel like there was a goddess of lust, but I can't remember her name. Damn. Oh, Makoto, what happened? Tell us. Oh. Oh, she's sneaking out. They know. Oh my god. Alright. Oh. This is a part of Aurario then, right? Blushing the whole time. The City of Night. The Pleasure Quarter. Jeez. Oh my god. That's so silly. Oh my god, what the hell? What happened to Belle? Oh, oh, they're gonna interrupt now. That girl's just hanging on to Belle. He's just getting dragged away. Straight up answer. Oh. Hmm. Is it the blonde-haired eared girl? Blonde hair is very noble. So they came to save their friend from prostitution. Where's Belle? They just noticed. Belle, oh my god. It's all these women eyeing this little boy. Oh. Oh. Poof. Ninja vanish. Fox type animal person. Of course Hermes would be here. Why wouldn't he? So is that fox-haired girl the one that Makoto's looking for, or? An aphrodisiac. Oh my god. Nice dodge. Oh, she's in the opening too, isn't she? Wait, is this the same girl that was like chanting to everybody? Aisha. I have a friend named Aisha. Oh my god. She's strong. Yeah, we did see... Unfortunately, I did see her, like, jumping around in the opening, so I assume she's some kind of, like, adventurer or strong person. This human. I found him first. Wait, so who are they all goddesses? Oh my god. Belle is just getting wrangled by a bunch of ladies this episode. Okay, no, it's a different person. My bad. Ishtar. Ishtar from it. Okay, so Ishtar is a goddess. One of the most powerful. Oh, shit. He just has to wait. Okay, so there. Jesus! Oh my god. So they're Amazons, which is why they called him human? It's because they're different? What the hell is this thing? The commander? Jesus. What is with this episode, guys? It took a turn I did not expect. Alright. I disagree. He's just leaving. Get out of there, Belle. Run, Belle! Run to the hallway! Yes! First to get him wins. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just a bunch of thirsty bitches. My hopes and dreams and desires all shatter. Oh my god. Their whole familia is gonna be after him. Oh no, where did he enter? Whoa, was that a fancy place? Oh, he's gonna run into the fox girl, isn't he? Just running into random people's houses. Belle, what are you doing? More like a mansion, but I don't know if it's a house. Is he gonna be in the room with her? Is this the room from the opening? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh. Haruhime. Haruhime. I gotta try to remember that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Her voice is so much different than how her character looks. I don't usually feel that way. What? What? Alright. Well. I take it she hasn't been doing this long. She just fainted on a man's collarbone. Or ever. A brothel. Oh my god. Very good to you, yet you're working in a brothel. He's gonna stay there all night? Her expression is way different than before. Disowned, huh? Sold to the Ishtar family. Jeez. Oh, a bunch of different stories. Well, another love interest for Belle. Oh, Hermes? Yep, that's Hermes, alright. Thinks she's queen. Shit. Hermes just got laid! I think, anyway. Hopefully they don't crack the earth with a god and a goddess going at it. Well, Belle's gonna be saving this girl. We now have the plot, along with a lot of other plot this episode. Okay, so it's not her first time. She just freaked out at a man's collarbone for some reason. Well, lucky Belle's here because he will save any girl. Damn. I guess much better than her normal customers. Oh shit. Made it just in time away. Oh my god, Hermes! Oh shit. God damn it. Is this just gonna be a whole season of Familias going after Belle? Oh, that's it. Well, shit. Alright. That was a very different kind of episode. Touching on a lot of adult themes that we don't typically see in anime. I will say that. Have I ever seen an anime where they just straight up say they're, like, prostitutes in a brothel? Like, I don't know that I have, honestly. I've watched a lot of anime. There are some times where they will hint at it very strongly, you know, where there'll be, like, a bunch of women in a place like that, you know, in individual rooms and stuff, and they usually say, like, something skirting around the idea, but they never actually just straight up say, like, yeah, I'm a prostitute, you know? You know what just came to my head with the thought of what just happened to Hermes? It's just death by Snoo Snoo. Was just like the first thing I thought about. Alrighty. I think that is gonna be it. Yes, it is. Alrighty, guys. So that's the end of episode 6. What a weird episode, I will say that. I was kind of thrown for a loop because, like I was just talking about in the outro, not a lot of shows really address these kind of, like, like, sure, we have, like, fighting, blood, and killing in a lot of anime, but they usually steer away from, like, prostitution and stuff like that, and even, like, even little mentions of, like, in a way, like, rape, you know? Like, the Amazons were saying how they will take any man and they will, you know, use them however they see fit, and, you know, then just toss them, essentially. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm pretty sure that's in, like, the lore of the Amazons, so I am glad they bring it up, because it is something that Amazons do. I'm pretty sure that's how they reproduce, right? Don't they just, like, rape men and throw them aside, and then get pregnant, and that's how, like, the Amazons reproduce, like, at least in, like, the stories, you know? Um, but yeah, I guess like I said, I don't think I've ever seen, like, prostitution and, like, rape and stuff like that be talked about so on the nose, you know, without it being just, like, behind a bunch of different subtext, you know. But it's interesting because then it kind of prepares us for this interaction with Haruhime, who is this girl who I think is gonna be Makoto's friend, because she talked like she was from a noble family and then disowned by her father, you know? And Makoto mentioned that she was a friend that uh, was a noble, you know? So I think it's gonna be that. And then Bell's just gonna coincidentally be saving Makoto's friend at the same time, you know? Because there's no way Bell's letting this go. Bell's gonna save her, you know? Um, and even if Bell doesn't want to save her, Bell's getting mixed up with the Ishtar familia anyway, because apparently she's going after him for some reason. Now, here's my thought. Ishtar banged all the information out of Hermes, is what I assume. And then, now Ishtar was talking about bringing someone down that thinks she's queen. Does that mean that Ishtar is going after Freya? Is Freya the one that they think, like, thinks herself as a queen? That's the only one that I can think of that would feel that way. I mean, the only other thing I could see it be, and I'd be a little bit disappointed, is if they consider Hestia thinking of herself as a queen just because she's bragging a lot because of, you know, winning the war game. But I don't think so. I'm thinking she means Freya, and then also at the end there when she said, "I'll take Belcranel away from her," I think she's talking about Freya, not Hestia, you know? I think anyway. I don't know for sure. But if Hermes knows as much as he does, he might know that Freya is after Bel, and might have, you know, slipped up that info, and we might be getting a big fight between Freya and Ishtar, with Bel being thrown in because, for one, he's somehow going to be taken away by Ishtar, as well as Bel wanting to save Haruhime. So that's going to be interesting going forward. I wonder how this is all going to play out. It's crazy because we haven't had anything revolving the dungeon since the first episode, where it started off with them in it, and then they came out, and then just shit went awry, you know? I wonder when we're gonna get down into the dungeon again. Maybe we'll see him in it again before shit hits the fan, you know? But, I mean, I guess it makes sense that I suppose it would be kind of hard to continuously write stories revolving around monsters and, like, the bosses on the floors down there, because, like, I think at some point it would just become repetitive of seeing, like, Bell or a group of people take down a hard monster, and the next arc, Bell and a group of people take down a hard monster, you know? So they're trying to throw in some of these, like, very, like, I don't know the word. I don't know how I was gonna say it, but they're trying to, like, make these conflicts between gods and goddesses that, and their familias, that keep us interested. Which, I'm very much interested, don't get me wrong. I do miss a little bit of, like, the dungeon exploring, like, RPG aspect, rather than, you know, we're kind of going right in from, like, you know, the battle with Apollo straight into now a battle with Ishtar, apparently. But yeah. As for the story from Haruhime, it's very sad. She's essentially a slave, right? She was sold to the Ishtar family, so I guess she can't leave if she wanted to. So she's essentially not here by choice. Now, it made it sound like she voluntarily became a prostitute, I think. I'm not positive. The way she worded it kind of seemed that way. It seems like she, like, did it to herself, but it could just be, like, like, what's that, like, the victim mentality, where they think that everything is their fault, you know? So, and now she doesn't even think she deserves to be saved, because she feels that, you know, what all those hero stories have is that, you know, prostitution is, you know, destruction, or whatever she said, the word she chose. But, I mean, it is looked frowningly upon, but I think that anybody deserves to be saved, regardless of what kind of shit they got themselves into, you know? Now, once they are saved, what they decide to do is up to them, and if they fall into the same thing again, then, I mean, that's kind of their fault, and maybe they do deserve it, you know? But, like, someone that was sold to this family became a prostitute maybe as the only means to get by, you know, and now thinks she's worthless is kind of sad, and stuff like that. So I do hope Belle, I made jokes because, like, you know, whenever Belle sees a girl in distress, he's obviously going to try to help her. Regardless of everything that she just said right there, he's still going to try to help her, you know? And I made jokes about that, but I agree. I'd try to help her too, you know? But yeah, I actually thought it might have been her first time, you know, being, like, with Makoto, just hearing that their friend might be here and stuff like that. I thought maybe she just got here, and because she, like, fainted when she saw Belle's collarbone, and I was like, okay, so she hasn't really, like, seen a man's body before, you know, that's why she reacted that way. But no, I guess she's been had by many men, so, unless she lied, you know, maybe she's just trying to make herself sound more trashy to convince herself to go on with what she has to do here, you know. But, I mean, she even had kind of, like, dead eyes, like, miserable looking when Belle first showed up. Like, she just had to, like, turn her emotions off in order to get through this, you know, so, which is very sad. I mean, Belle's gonna save her, right? Like, if Argonaut is the ability to harness the power he needs to save those in danger, this is, like, the ultimate form of his Argonaut. He's gonna, like, detonate the entire, like, pleasure quarter into a pit in the ground in order to save this girl once he unleashes his Argonaut power, I feel like. But yeah, I guess it does, like, it is a little spoilery in the opening, because I did see Aisha, and I even think I saw, like, that big lady, who called herself the commander of the Amazons, or Ishtar Familia, and they were all fighting, so they were all, like, jumping at each other, and Belle was, like, dodging them and stuff, so it makes sense now, which I guess, like, yeah, you could consider that spoilery, because when I saw these Amazons, I was like, you know, my first thought was, okay, they're strong, you know, because they're going to be fighting up against Belle. but then they kind of just told us right away anyway when she held him and he said he couldn't get away. And then we're like, okay, yeah, she's strong. So, I mean, they didn't make it too hard to figure out, and then they reveal that they're part of a familia, one of the strongest, real quick. So once again, and basically this whole episode told us what was going to be happening in the opening. They're going to be fighting at some point. So, but, and then, like, also the symbolism of that girl being, like, chained in that room, which is basically her slavery of being stuck there. So, yeah, it's some tough stuff, but I expect Belle will pull through. I wonder if Belle will team up with Freya, because I wonder, like, is Ishtar gonna, like, go against Freya by going against Belle, which indirectly goes against Freya, or is she gonna, like, declare war with Freya and then also go after Belle, Like, I wonder if she's actually gonna be fighting Freya's familia at all in this, or if it's just gonna be, like, Belle. But it'd be really cool if Freya sent her familia to defend Belle, I also wonder what was in the package. Hermes brought it, said he got a peek. She was kind of mad that he saw it, and he seemed kind of concerned at what she was going to do with it, whatever it is. But yeah, we also had an interesting story about, like, I think it was, like, a queen being poisoned or something, and then the hero, like, searching all over the country for the cure. I wonder if that story is gonna, like, somehow come into play here, because they seem to like to have these, like, hero stories sort of coming to life with the Argonaut with Belle and stuff like that. So I wonder if maybe in that package is maybe some kind of poison that Belle will then have to go, or someone will have to then go and try to get the cure for, hence, like, the hero searching for it and stuff, part of the story. I don't know. It could be. It might not be. But, yeah, I'm curious about where this is going to go and what's going to happen. Like, what happened to Welf, Lily, Mikoto, and it's like Chursoka, something like that was the other girl's name that came to Mikoto. What did they do? Because they were all looking for Belle. Did they just, like, look all night? Are we gonna, like, next episode, Belle's gonna be at the mansion, that they're gonna return after looking for him all night or something, and be like, you've been here the whole time or something, and be, like, pissed? I don't know. But they were just kind of like, we gotta find them, and then we did not see them again. So, interesting. And I feel like they had to have heard, like, if word spread and everybody in the town was looking for Belle, they had to have heard people talking about that while they were looking. So, I don't know, we just didn't see any of that. I guess the story just had more important things to show us rather than cutting to them. Because usually in a lot of anime, we'd cut to them, and they'd be, running around the city looking around and hearing those rumors and being like, oh no, Belle, and stuff like that. And then we'd cut back to Belle and hear his story, and then cut back to them while they're still looking and stuff like that. But it didn't do that, which was kind of surprised. Well, I don't know why I'm still surprised. This show has, like, a lot different pacing. Like, they move stuff along very quickly in this show. So, I don't know why I'm still surprised by that. I guess I just have my, like, typical anime knowledge where I feel like I know how it's going to go, and then it doesn't go that way at all in this show, because they just, like, suddenly, like, jump cut, alright, training's over, we're ready for the war game. Jump cut, alright, like, Lily's saved. Well, we did get to see Lily being saved, but, same with, like, they're, in the deep, like, mid-floors of the dungeon. Oh, suddenly they're out of it, and everything's already sold, they have all their money, and they've already split it and everything. It's like, they do that a lot, so I don't know why I'm surprised at this point where they don't show those little minuscule things that we don't need, because they have other, like, more important things that they have to tell us. But yeah, this was a great episode. Very weird, very different. I did not expect it, but here we are on the other side of it. I'm enjoying it though, so a lot of like fan serviciness just go into. But I mean, see, these are the kind of storylines where I think it's okay to have like the fan serviciness, because obviously if you're gonna go to an entire quarter of a town that's dedicated to prostitution, you're gonna have women showing themselves off because that's what they have to do to make money, you know? So that makes sense to me. You know, like whenever there's fan service for the purpose of the story, that's where I'm a lot more accepting of it than if they just like constantly zoom into Hestia's boobs bouncing while she's walking or something, you know, like 90% of the time when they show Hestia, they show her boobs and then pan up to her face, or they show her boobs and then they pan to her ass while she's walking away or something, you know, and it's just like, that's all the shots we get of her, and then every now and then we get to see her face, you know, but that's the kind of thing where I'm like, okay, I've seen this a million times. I just chuckle at the fact that they're still doing this, you know, typically whenever you see me like laughing at those scenes. But yeah, I'm okay with this since it's all about prostitution and stuff. Obviously, it's gonna be, you know, and like I said, within the Amazon lore too, of like, you know, we take a man and do what we want with him, you know. But yeah, that commander chick was something else. I don't like to shame people, but she was clearly designed to be ugly. Like, I mean, there's different strokes for different folks. Maybe there's someone out there that's like, oh, I'm into, you know, chicks like that, but there's not even like chicks like that. Like, she was like, she looked like I don't know, she wasn't even like fat, you know? It was like she was jacked, but her body proportions were just scaled way differently, you know? Her eyes looked like frogs. She almost looked like a frog, you know? She almost looked like we've seen, like, you know, fox people. We saw this fox girl. She almost looks like a frog person, you know? But a lot more frog than person. I don't know. It was crazy. I don't... You know, even though it's an anime, even though that's a drawing, I still don't like to just, like, talk shit about how people look. Because, I mean, look at me. Like, come on. But at the same time, they intentionally drew her to be like, what? You know? And, like, her constant, like, I'm the most beautiful one here, all you uglies, is obviously compensating for something, you know? But anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. I'm looking forward to the next episodes and seeing what goes down. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, check out my Patreon if you want to see these episodes a little bit early, up until I catch up to Season 3, or my other shows you can see early access, as well as I have a system on there for Patreon shows where I'm watching Soul Eater and The Boys. And then I also do some rewatches, so if you want to see my rewatch to Season 1 of this show, as well as Sword Oratoria, which is the Eyes spinoff, I did a rewatch of those, so you can follow through that with me if you want to, you know, hear my opinions and thoughts as we go through the series, and I try to remember what happened that I forgot most of what happened. So, but yeah, you can check that out there. The link is in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.